This week, the student pilot flies off to join the other two. I made it 2 different ways. Let me show you why and which one I picked. So here we are with our student pilot, and he is about to fly off and join the other 2 X-Wings. Now, if you notice over here, as I mentioned in the last video, when I create a world, I tend to just leave stuff in there. It's kind of sloppy, and I should probably get better about not doing it. But if you look, I have my other 2 X-Wings, which we will never see in this shot, just sitting there off camera, hanging out, no keyframes, not doing anything. They don't move the entire time, and I could have probably deleted them, but I did not. The same goes as last shot. There are 2 keyframes here for the camera. I also moved the lights a little bit so they are more aligned with this X-Wing as it does its fly off. Now, I did 2 versions of this. This is the first version, which I did not use in the short. And you will see as I click on the empty for the X-Wing, it simply does a turn and fly off. It's not as good as the other 2 pilots, but nonetheless, he sort of does the same move. And then I thought, he's a terrible pilot, so he should do something different. Now let's take a look at what I did there. So here we are with the alt version of this shot. Again, my 2 X-Wings are just hanging out there, doing nothing. Could have been deleted, but I did not do that. So here is our student pilot X-Wing, and I thought he's going to fly off wrong and then come back and correct it. So here he goes. He flies off up and then turns around and comes back down. Now, if I scroll through this slowly and zoom out here, what I wound up doing is I've got a couple keyframes where he looks a little wonky, and he actually flies up off the screen and out of frame, and then I leave it there for a second, and then I had to have him turn around. So in, what is this? In 1 frame, I just flip him around because I wanted the camera to keep moving. I didn't need to do a smooth turnaround for him because it's off screen and it doesn't matter. So in 1 frame, in 1 frame, I have him just flip basically 180 and turn around. And then I fly him back through the frame like that, upside down and backwards. So I thought that was funnier than just him actually doing what the other pilots did. And that's why I did this alternate, and that's what I wound up using in the short. You can see it's a little wonky when he's up there in the sky outside of frame. But it doesn't matter because it's outside of frame. And I will be saying that constantly. So if you have some weirdness and it's out of frame, it doesn't matter. Next week, we'll catch up with the red and blue X-Wing pilots, and I'll show you the cool transition I should have done. I'll see you then.